I'm gonna draw a manga. I'm gonna do it. How hard can it be? This is a lot harder than I thought. What have I done? This is insane. But first, I need supplies. And in Japan, I am very spoiled with them.
Which is your favorite color, Bia? Kore?
First, I need to think of a story, which I had luckily had already done. I realized I need a storyboard, otherwise this is gonna be impossible. Like, I need this to go to paper. So today I am working on the storyboard, which I think will be very important. And I'm realizing I'm gonna have to draw a lot more because this is already like 9, 12, 13. And this is not, the story has not even begun. So, let's not worry about scale right now. Let's get all the things I want to get out, and then I can cut it down if I want to. That's my plan. I have never written a story before. Out of all things, this actually turned out to be the easiest bit. I don't know why. They release. I finished the storyboard. Finished. First version is done. No spoilers. I was originally thinking like 14, but this is looking more like 50. I don't know, 52, 54. It feels super exciting though. I think it has a lot of soul. The art might be really bad, but I love the story. As you can tell, there's not going to be any speaking. There's not going to be any dialogue because I just prefer it that way. I think it's a simple story, but I also wanted to leave it to the interpreter, you know, like make it feel like your story. You can make what you want out of it. That's the goal. Now, I think I should just start drawing, honestly. I have a lot of drawing to do. It dawned on me very quickly that this project is going to take a very long time. My goal was to finish within a month. And in order to keep that goal, I have to start drawing.
I had 20 minutes. Gotta make it count when you're dead.
I cannot dilly-daddle. I gotta start drawing. I gotta start drawing. We got 3 different types of paper. This one's a little thicker. If you don't draw, maybe you're like, it doesn't matter, but it does matter, okay? So I'm gonna test it out, see which one I prefer, and just commit to that one. Maybe I'll draw the same thing. The black is not transferring well at all on this paper. As opposed to on this paper, I feel like the black is more blackish. So I think I need to do some research how actual manga artists do it. I feel like I'm not trying to be a perfectionist or anything, but I think if I do some research now, I will save myself a lot of issues later. And I also don't like how white this paper is. This is the paper I like, but also this paper is going fast because Björn is. Throughout this process, I had many mental breakdowns. I thought this thing would be fun. I'm just gonna draw a little bit. I'm running out of time already. I'm starting to sketch out all the things a bit more detail, but I realized oh, actually I want this here. And then I realized, oh, actually I want this there. So I'm just laying it out now. And I'm already gonna change all this, but I kind of need to get going. So I'll fix it later. We'll keep going. This is a lot harder than I thought. I think it's just getting it right, like getting the flow, like going from one place and then transitioning and then timing the pages. It's supposed to be a boy, right? But I'm so used to drawing adults, so like I have to redraw every time. I'm like, it doesn't look like a child. Like now he's tall all of a sudden. I gotta get in the zone. I gotta get in the zone and just draw. Stop asking me. Everything was just harder than I thought. Just drawing line work. I never really traced my own sketches before. And I know this from my anime studio. Just tracing, that's in itself is such a skill. And I was failing miserably. I also bought the wrong brushes. I bought watercolor ones, which messed me up so bad. This page is probably the most fun one to look at because it has so many different shades. But the blending of it's horrible. Like horrible. This is not what I wanted at all. I think the feet in the water looks great, but like I've ruined it. And like the sky is supposed to be even, and it's just like this paintbrush thing. Like the brush fucked me, basically is what I'm saying. This stupid brush. So I might redo this one if I have time. I'm gonna put these in like if I have time when I finished everything pile. Why did I have to draw all these? Why did I decide that to be a good idea, huh? Don't worry, I'm actually not upset. Me and Marcia, we're going to the store now to buy more paper. I'm out of paper, and there's like one store in Yokohama that sells the... And I'm gonna look for pens, like gray pens. Why? I don't want it to blend. I want smooth. And then we went back to the art store for the 500th time because I needed more supplies. Okay, so I brought the whole dang thing because they have this selection of cutouts. So I hope that I can... I'm hoping I can just like match so I get exactly what I need, basically. I needed a lot of paper. That's glue. That's also glue. Glue. Also glue. 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 Oh. What's this? Today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Saily. When you're traveling, you are tired, you have just landed, you have to either stand in line to rent Wi-Fi, deal with just accepting the pain and cost of roaming, or buy a SIM. But what if I told you there is another way? Saily. Saily, beautiful Saily. Saily is an eSIM service that I meet people here in Japan and they say thank you. And I go, you're welcome, I told you. You can set it up today and it will just work. Even before your trip, and then as soon as you land, it will automatically switch you over, which is amazing. One less thing to think about when you're traveling. Saily has been a sponsor for this channel a long time, and no matter what service you're picking, whether you want a ton of data or just a limited, they are flexible for your needs. They have access to all across the world, and they even have credit or cash premium travel benefits like lounge access and fast track as well. So even if you don't end up spending all your credits, you can still use it for other things. Saily just makes the difficulty of traveling so much easier. If you go to saily.com/PewDiePie, you also get a discount. So enter the code PewDiePie and watch the price go away. It's a beautiful thing. I highly recommend it. Thank you, Saily, for sponsoring this video. Since I decided to do this project with paper and ink, I wanted to, of course, use these shading tones. I had never used these before, and of course, it was way harder than I thought.
Because I'm gonna just do a test. So I'm cutting through. It's not very satisfying to cut, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, just for now, we'll do here. Alright, is that enough? Wow. Okay, well. And then you're supposed to just... Oh, it just attaches. That's actually very satisfying. And you can't see it at all. Okay, well now you can. That's kind of cool, actually. Gotta make sure you don't get bubbles, actually. This is just a test, I'm not keeping it. That's kind of interesting. I'm not hating.
But at some point, it clicked. I was finally enjoying this process. Just enjoying drawing.
Okay, so progress so far. This will be the cover. This is the name of it. I'm calling it Cow. So it'll be like mountain, and then it kind of like zooms in on the boy. I am gonna change this one. I don't really love this, but we're going with it. I don't have time to change. So he's gonna climb up. Then there's gonna be like a breathing room, kind of quiet, and then boom. What is that? Big reveal of Tiger. Tiger growls in his face. Boy, again, it's just like, whoa. And that's all I got so far.
All right, another day today. My goal is to finish the draft. I think I'm like maybe halfway, 2/3. So I'm gonna finish the draft today, or a rough draft. I'm just gonna have to work hard, not overthink it. I laugh because I always do. The only text in the story is in Japanese, so therefore, official manga. Y'all semantic nerds can beat it. It's made in Japan and it's in Japanese. I actually really like the story. Am I allowed to like my own story? I think it's great. I'm so happy how it's turning out. I can't wait for you guys to read it, but I gotta nail the ending. The ending, it's a little weak right now. It's just so fun. It's like a manga, but it's not really your cliche kind of manga. So I think it'll be fun. Anyway, let's keep hustling. That's a beefy boy. I'm out of paper. What have I done? What have I done? I have so much work to do. This is insane. I'm gonna ink all days? What was I thinking? I haven't even finished it. Oh my god. Why did I do so many pages? I just couldn't stop. Now I pay the price.
This is not good. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I being too loud? Am I being too loud? It's been like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. So, spoilers, I did not finish in time. Doesn't matter for you, but I had the goal of uploading this month. It's not gonna happen. I have not even finished the draft yet. I'm working on it. Like, I need to draw this. And this page feels very empty. There's still work to do. I'm hoping inking will just be a breeze. I know that's not the case, but I can still hope, okay? I'll just fly through the inking. It'll be no problem. But yeah, despite popular belief of any time I do something, I don't have infinite time, okay? I have other stuff I need to work and other projects, but I am like excited about this and I'm looking forward to finishing this. I do feel like I am never gonna be a mangaka because this is such hard work, man. I thought I'd be drawing like, drawing. It's so fun to draw. It's like, It's not relaxing. Do I seem relaxed? No. Okay, I'll chill. I'll chill and get this done. I have spent all day drawing and I made barely any progress. Inking is killing me. Why every time I do something, it's like, no, I gotta do more. It's like, no, I'm not gonna draw digital. I'm gonna draw it with ink. No, I'm not gonna do 14 pages. I'm gonna do 30 billion pages actually. So this will be the cover. I have not inked it yet. Then we have the first panel, which I think turned out really nice. You see him there and then he'll be like, I think he needs more detail. Maybe I'll make him gray. I haven't used any grayscale yet, I know. Then look at him there, he's all fucking tall and shit. I can't fix that, so that's awesome. But he's gonna walk through. This will be nice with grayscale too, I think. I only have this pen, which is 0.3. It's a great pen. But if I want to do details on the face, it's very hard. Don't look too close. I got this mangaka pen, but I'm not using this. It doesn't draw when I want it to draw. I'm like trying. Nothing's coming out. Okay, so I wanted to show you what stuff I actually ended up using. This turned out to be my favorite paper, if it matters to anyone. For sketching, I use this pen. It's so cheap and it's so good and I love it. It's got some nice weight to it. 0.3, very good. You need an eraser, obviously. Then I only use these three. I probably could use one more. 0.03, 0.3, 0.5. Super duper slim lines, my average lines, and my beefier lines. Then the king of this manga that probably saved this entire project is these pen. The ink is inside this and this is soft. So basically you squeeze out the ink by bending it. I don't know if you can see it, but you see it basically. What's great about this pen is that it's very cheap and I don't have to dip ink all the time and I can draw very slim lines. Slim, and then you can progress and then press harder and then boom, you got thick lines. Super versatile. This thing saved my life. I love this pen so much. I've seen masters use this pen too, and it's just so cool and inspiring. So I love this. These are my goats, basically. Then of course I use the leader toner, and then I use this two tools to cut it out. And this is to attach, basically, you just rub it. That pretty much covers 99%. Like, these are my goats. I need these. So I'm out here, I'm inking, I'm splinking, I'm testing. I don't know if you can see. I'm testing out like the layers. It's just we're just testing. We're just chilling. There's no stressing. Am I stressed? Do I look stressed? I redrew this one and I think it turned out way better, so I'm happy. And I realized I want to be happy with what I'm making. I'm not gonna say like, oh, but it's just I'm a lot happier with this one. And I decided what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna half draw, half ink one and just experiment, and then I'll ink that on top of that one properly. Because what's happening right now is that I don't really have like a finalized draft. I kind of did like a half draft, like a sketch, you know? It's not really finished. And I realized with the inking, I also realized I'm talking too much and you don't care, but like I'm just gonna experiment. I feel like I'm drawing like this, like, okay, imagine your paper. That's not fun. That's not fun for anyone. Like, I'm so scared of messing up that there's no creativity, there's no funness. So I'm just gonna draw twice and fuck up the first one on purpose so that I maybe find something interesting about it. Because I think a lot of these in the beginning is just boring and bland. I did this challenge for myself because I wanted to get back into drawing. I honestly had kind of fallen off a little bit. I'm keeping the Bible next to me as I'm drawing, and I'm just like, holy fuck, dude, this is so sick. I'll never be that good. This is my favorite manga. Tsutomu Nihei wrote it. And I read it as a teenager, or like young 20s, and it blew my mind. And then recently when I started to practice drawing, I was looking up different mangas to copy and draw just for fun. And I found this one called Ningyo no Kuni. And I was like, oh, I love the style of this one. Like, the style is so sick. It was in Japanese, so I didn't really read it. I just drew it. And then I realized, oh, it's Tsutomu Nihei, but he just reinvented his style. How insane is that? Even though his style is so different, I still love it. And I had no idea, like zero bias. That is so crazy to me. This whole thing is so inspired by his style. Like, I just love it. I think he's like my biggest inspiration with this manga. Maybe not the story, but the elements of the story too, actually. Or the storytelling, rather. So if you haven't checked out his work, I recommend it. Why did I think this was a good idea? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stop, 7, 8, and I want to redo at least 3. And I haven't post-processed 95% of them. My last video was so intense, releasing Odysseus. It was supposed to be like an in-between video, so I have time to work on this video. It was not an in-between video at all. It sucked everything out of me, and I have to be sucked again. But I do it all to myself. I have no one to complain. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Just gotta keep drawing. I hate this photo, but it's finished. I thought it'd be funny that this scene comes back, because the hunter leaves and the boy is kind of left like, eh? And then the hunter's gonna have the same emotion. But like, drawing this fucking thing 6 times is not, it's why did I have to get so many details in there? I have not used my brain whatsoever. I probably redrawn this the most out of all, and I don't even like it. But here we are. Isn't that great? Some are coming in quite nice though. Like, that's kind of cool. I bet you're wondering what the hell this story is about. Well, just wait and see. I'm hoping, like, my bad framing, someone will see it and be like, yes, he let the lines flow downwards towards the end, and not because he's lazy and he fucked up and doesn't want to redo this. I don't even want to draw a frame to begin with. What do I have to do with my head? Huh? I don't have a proper stupid ruler. I've been screaming a lot this video. I realize that now, actually. So I'm gonna stop doing that now. I'm sorry. Hello, I am in a car. I am entering the phase where I'm almost wrapping up. Oh, you're now looking at the steering wheel instead. I'm entering the phase of almost wrapping up, and I feel like I am not happy with where it's going. And whenever that happens, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but my brain just self-folds. It goes, hey, actually I didn't care anyway, so I'm just gonna give up, whatever. What I wish my brain would do is just be like, hey, we're almost finished, just focus and do your best. It's like a coping mechanism that I do, so I can look back at it and say, actually, I didn't try my hardest, so that's why it turned out shit. I am aware of it and I'm feeling it, so I hope I can break through, basically, is what I'm saying. I am starting to feel hope. I have so many pages now. Ah, that one's not finished. And these are not post-processed or whatever, I don't know what to call it. It's going to be a story. I see it now. As long as I don't look at anyone else's work, I feel pretty good about it. No spoiler, obviously, but like, I hate this fucking page. I redrew it so many times. Stupid idiot horses. I have to draw 3 horses. Try and draw 1 horse, okay? They suck. I redrew this one as well. I feel like it was worth it. This one was actually worth it. It's quite moody. I will show you the entire manga now, but I actually have more work to do because I want to add more gradients and shit like that, because I think it adds a lot of depth. Focus, smokers, hocus pocus.
The manga is done. It took me 3 months instead of 1, but it is done. To be fair, the projects became 3 times as long, so I think I did okay. I have this idea that I cannot do a manga. Okay, I have to draw for at least 6 years. I have to be a master at all these different elements. Then I can draw manga. It's kind of like the sushi chef, right? Like he only gets to wash rice for the first 10 years. I don't know how. I also heard analogies like you shouldn't do hard things because if you go to the gym and you try and lift the heaviest weight, it's not gonna work, okay? You need to work your way up. I don't do that. If you wanna do a gym analogy, yeah, you go to the gym, you lift the heaviest weight, you're gonna know that doesn't work immediately, okay? That's great feedback. You need to try things in order to learn. You need to fail in order to learn. And again, I am Mr. Failure, okay? I fail constantly. I learned more from this 3 months of drawing than probably an entire year of drawing because it forced me to challenge myself in doing the different things I don't want to do and realizing my flaws and weaknesses and learning from it. Because I think you have these ideas that you can't do certain things, like you have to do this first, but I feel like what's just try it. Worst case, you fail, right? I would actually consider this manga a failure. There's just too much mistakes. There's too many things I messed up. I would not publish this manga, but regardless, I did it. And I can look at it and still be kind of proud of it. But without further ado, I want to show you guys the manga.
Okay, here we go. Feel free to mute me, but I will yap, inevitably. I'm a YouTuber. So, title, Gao. I realize now it says cow. Gao. We didn't make it far, did we? All right, here's the first shot. I imagine this like anime, super high wind, ambience, like you get the whole landscape, and then you kind of go into the boy, and it zooms in, and then it gets quiet, like everything gets quiet for a second. Then we start walking. I made a mistake here where initially I wanted to read this way, but I think it's gonna read this way. So I'm just gonna do that, even though technically these should swap places. So yeah, he's walking. We get some epic scenery. He doesn't have a face, don't worry about it. So he's climbing up. He's looking at something, some nice view. Again, these should swap places. This should be the last thing you read on this. Anyway, and then you get the full spread, the double uni. It was gonna be, so I imagine it like a 2-pager, you know? It was cooler in my head, but I do think, I think the toning kind of messed me up a little bit. More walking. We get to see the main character more clearly for the first time. Maybe it wasn't obvious that it was a boy until now. I don't know actually. And we see that he's approaching the city. Still not at the city, but he's down from the mountains. And this is the page, if you remember, that I said I was going to redraw. I'm not doing that. It's not happening. It does serve some purpose, but I probably could cut this, actually. It still looks okay. He's walking up to the walls, the city walls. He should be more wet here, I think, but what can you do? I do really like the contrast here of the bright and dark coming in. I think that turned out really nice. This is the inside the city. I redrew this a lot of times, and I'm very happy I did because I feel like I'm there with the boy looking at this. Like this looks nice. Let's see the hoofs. Some riders are riding in, and we get a quick shot of the boy. Kind of wish this page was like this, to be honest. Like I feel like this was so unnecessary. Anyway. And the first introduction to our antagonist, I redrew this like 4 times. It looks like a girl every time, but then I'm like, it doesn't matter. It can look like a girl. It doesn't matter. The antagonist is looking down on the boy. They're having this sort of moment, meeting eye to eye, or blank face to blank face. I try to redraw the face, and then I use this like thing that I can't draw on, so it's faceless. The rider rides off. You're sort of supposed to see something happening behind the boy as he's sort of looking after turning his way. And we see the paw. Our other character shows himself for the first time, or herself. Go! Surprise, it's a tiger. So the tiger doing something. The boy is looking at it. We're moving on, and then the hunter is back. looking like a male this time. Nailed it. Throws his spear at the tiger. Tiger's like, Marcel's like, the tiger looks weirdly sexy. I'm like, he's not supposed to look sexy. It's supposed to look angry and pissed off. So tiger's supposed to take off. Boy's looking like, okay. Grabs onto tiger. On top of tiger. Tiger be like, bruh. Again, up on the tiger. Tiger takes off. Dong! Running through the city walls. It's very cute, actually. Maybe I don't hate this manga. I quite like this. And then we have the same as before, but this time it's the hunter that is sort of frozen. And he goes, eh? But yeah, not a second tiger is gonna come out. Spoilers. They leave the same gate, if you remember, and then they run down the same way, if you remember, and then again, white-faced boy, because I messed it up. But they're running across the fields. You get the point. And then we're back at the lake. Tiger gets an idea, jumps in the lake. The idea was that Tiger gets the idea to shake off the boy, basically. But they're both having a good time. So the tiger's noticing that the boy is actually enjoying himself. I'm explaining the story here, but whatever. So he gets another idea to make epic jump. Wish I had a sound effect here or something like ka-dong, pa-chong. I guess we have the do. And then we get this epic shot in the sky. Go! If you grew up in Sweden same year as me, then maybe you know this reference or why, but anyway, boy is like, whoa, tiger lands, have this epic moonshot. I envisioned this so early. It's kind of funny seeing it now. I was like, it's gonna be cool with the tiger. It's in front of the moon. Everyone loves that. But yeah, it's heading back and we see that it's darker now. And they're both just happy. And we're back at the river for the third time for a little resty. Tiger is tired now after a long night. Boy gets to enjoy just having a moment, a quiet moment, stroking the fur, and then... Is that a page turner or what? Hunter back. We see that the hunter is back. Tiger has been pierced. Hunter goes in for the kill. That's the story. Bruh, what just happened? I've just been working too much and I'm tired. That's the story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a really fun project. I'm glad it's over. The last thing, when I did my anime tour, I got criticism on my art by a professional, and their feedback was, you finished your drawing, so that's good. And I laughed, and I was like, that's not feedback, that's just something. But actually, I am super proud that I actually finished this project. It is an amateur's attempt at making a manga. It has so many issues, mistakes and quirks and weird and too much similarities to my idols and all this stuff. But I'm still proud of myself for finishing it. You know, I'm trying to think positive here, a positive end of this. I hope you guys enjoyed it in the next one. So here's the thing. I built Odysseus because I believe in privacy and self-hosting. All these companies, it may not seem like a big thing, and I agree. It's not like, oh no, all this private stuff, all these secrets. It's not even about that. It's about the principle. If maybe you don't care about your private data, the reality is these companies abuse it. Your private info, your address, your phone number, your relatives. A scary level of information is stored about you and it's traded between companies. If you get spam phone calls, it's likely that your data has been taken by it and sold to this company to try and scam you or sell you stuff. They can open credit cards in your names, and it's like, hey, look at me, I'm big tech right now. Oh no! Oh, we leaked everyone's data again. Oh no! Anyway, you just clearly can't trust them with it. So that's why Odysseus and self-hosting just makes sense. But what about all the data that is already out there? What about that? That's where this today's sponsor comes in, Incogni. Because the good news is that you have the right to get your data deleted off from these companies. But the problem is that takes a lot of effort, hundreds of hours. Are you gonna do that? You probably have better things to do. You just sign up to Incogni and you let them get to work. Looking at your Incogni dashboard is super satisfying because you see your data getting scraped. Bada bing, bada boom, no more. This seemed like impossible in the past, like a thing to not even attempt because it was too difficult.
Also, get an extra level of protection with Incogni's custom removal feature. If there's any info about you online that you don't like, you have the power to remove it. Just send it to Incogni's team and they'll get to work.
So Incogni cleans up your past and Odysseus is your future. So thank you Incogni for sponsoring this video. Right now they have an offer for 60% off. That's pretty good. Check it out. Enter the code PewDiePie. Link is in the description. That's incogni.com/PewDiePie. Thank you Incogni.